We also have our frequency bands tab. For those of you still here, terribly sorry about that little whir. So, what can we see on here? Well, this is our octave data broken into our decibel data broken into octaves or into frequencies. Now, if I leave it on overall, just see my data and it's fine. This is third octave data, environmental. This is first octave data, hearing defense selection. If I click time history, I can play the bars and look at them as though I was taking the measurement. Look as I was looking at the instrument as the measurement took place, if you're so inclined to do so. Let me just pause that. Oh, by the red outline showing you the highest decibel level in which particular frequency. So which frequency is the loudest. Let me just stop that for a moment. Now, because if I jump back to my overall, I can see my data on my first octave data. So this is available on Optimus Reds and Optimus Greens. I also have the opportunity I can add weightings to it, and it will color code it. So that's A weighting, human response to sound over a period of time. C weighting, human response to impulse noise, loud noise, bands and effects. But we've also got NR and NC curves. So NRs are predominantly used in the UK and Europe, and the NCs are predominantly used in the United States. If I click on here, I have this weighting curve generated for me. And this is telling me the most critical band, or the loudest band, which in this case is 1 kilohertz. And it's telling me my NR code if I produce a report, my NR number. So I'm just going to go again to actions and quick report. We will look at the reports tab, I promise you. So I've got an NR of 85 and a critical band of 1 kilohertz. So I mention this because, yes, it features on the noise at work meter, but it's not really about hearing protection. It's about being able to hear speech. So if you were to type NR and C codes into a prominent search engine, you'll find that there are only a certain number of actual NR codes. So you can see we start here at NR 15. We've gone up in 5 blocks. There is an NR 16, 17, 18, 19 before you get to NR 20. But you will find that there's any sort of environment that you can think of will have an NR code that you should be, a number that you should be working towards. So a lecture hall, a small lecture hall, a large lecture hall, a nursery, a school. Even public spaces where there are tannoys, so speech needs to be clear for people to be able to understand instructions. Call centres, anywhere like that, places of worship, everywhere has an NR code you should work towards. So why would you want to work towards it? Well, so you're at a theatre and you've got your tickets late. You're at the back of the road. You're at the back of the theatre, right? But you pay good money. You need to be able to hear things. You need to be able to hear things just as much as the person that got the tickets at the front of the road. So if you consider the NR for that environment, or the NC if you're in the States, then that should help you remove echoes and flutter echoes. So if somebody at the front can hear things clearly, the person on stage, the person at the back of the theatre should be able to do it as well. So do take a look at that, because it covers a bit of noise at work, really, because it's working environments for people, but it's also an environmental consideration as well, I would suggest. What's the noise in the environment? So an NR number, all it is a way to say the decibel levels for each of these frequency bands just in one number. That's all that is. But it's quite an interesting thing. I'd suggest that you, when we send you links to the video, send you links to that terminology guide just to give you a bit more of a handle of it. But it is something I find quite interesting to use. If I'm in a call centre, can everybody hear what's being said? What's the NR number? What's the NR curve?